This is Dr. Sol Adoni. That's SOLADONI.com. If you go to my site, or there's a link below to the actual article. The latest article I have is about how the flat Earth experiments are showing proof of the holographic universe theory, or also the computer universe theory. So basically, I explained that in my opinion, the laser experiments are the most scientific, that are showing that there's no curvature of the Earth. I believe what we're exposing with these experiments is what's known as holographic principle or holographic universe theory. I'm involved in the holograph universe theory because over 40 years ago I theorized 6 and 10 dimensional computer bytes using cubes and decagons. So when man creates processors to understand the logic bits that I put forth over 40 years ago in a think tank, they're going to have 6 and 10 dimensional computers, and third dimensional space could exist within it. So we're going to have cubic bytes and decagon bytes, and that might be very well what's running our universe. And that's why something that's supposed to be a globe or a sphere is not showing it is when you start measuring it with energy. So the energy goes in a straight line, and we're supposed to be on a globe. It's not a straight line when you start shooting energy beams out there. So holographicuniverses.com is one of my sites that explains, AI computer universe theory. You can also go to computeruniversetheory.com. That's my theory, which is also connected to holographic principle. Holographic principle, though, is more about two-dimensional math or data or information that they believe gets stuck to the event horizon on a black hole. So they're using two-dimensional information to create third-dimensional holograms. That's their theory. Mine is just saying, look, here's how you make a six-dimensional byte of information. Here's how you make a 10-dimensional byte of information. Inside six-dimensional logic or 10-dimensional logic, you could create third-dimensional logic. So it's a lot easier to create 3D space when you're working from a higher level like 6 or 10 dimensions than to try to create it from a lower level. So that's the big difference between computer universe theory and holographic theory. These guys are looking too close at little particles to try to make something, whereas my theory that's been around for over 40 years is saying, look, this is how 6 or 10 dimensional logic can be created. These are the shapes of the bits, and when it is finally created, yeah, third dimensional space will exist comfortably within these computers. This is my book. You can go and check it out, computeruniversetheory.com. I also work with the Mandela Effects. So I believe the Mandela Effect, similar to the flat Earth anomalies, are all part of the awakening of humanity to this reality of a computer universe. So you can go to mandelaeffects.org. My book on all the wild Mandela effects is there. I mean, there's thousands of them, people. And to me, the most important Mandela effect is what's being called now the Messiah erased event. And I did predict this over 20 years ago in an interview. I said basically higher intelligence was going to erase the Messiah. And that destroys all the religions, and that would give man a shot at peace. So messiaherased.com is my book on that. May 1st, the event happened, 2017. Older people who are religious remember dozens or hundreds of Messiah verses in all their Bibles. You start looking them up. There's not one Messiah verse in any Old Testament. So the whole concept of why Jews are in Israel is gone. There's no Messiah in the Old Testament anymore. Now, one Bible has an exception, King James, and in the King James, there are 2 Messiah verses in Daniel, turning Cyrus, the king of Babylon, into the Messiah. All Messiah really meant wasn't a savior, it was a appointed figure of the Almighty, and Cyrus did what the old Messiah verses that no longer exist in the Bibles predicted he was going to do. He was going to free the Jews from bondage in Babylon, and he was going to build the second temple, which he did, and his son finished it. So everything that is connected to the old Messiah verses that are erased was fulfilled by Cyrus. So there was no need for a New Testament or a Jesus. That story I've been saying for my whole adult life, all the books I've written on it. It's a fake story. I mean, come on, people. You want to believe in a Jesus? The letter J didn't even exist in any alphabets until 400 years ago. So it's impossible 2,000 years ago anyone's walking around with the letter J. Okay? The ancient texts had him as Isus. Okay, you want to see who Isu is? Go read Isaiah. Isu Run is the great deceiver, the deception. So it's the bad guy. Okay, so you want Jesus to be real? He was Isu, the bad guy. All right. So I prefer just to have everything erased. Religion's been manipulated for humanity for too many years. Now, besides my sites on YouTube, there's a lot of great flat earth stuff that you can research. So I'm going to take you over to YouTube, show you some of the stuff that I think is relevant for these things that are going on right now. So when you go to YouTube, just look up flat earth and then sort by your sizes as far as views. So I looked up flat earth, got a lot of things. It's a small view video, 500,000. But when you go over here and you start searching for view count, you're going to start seeing how popular this thing. I mean, 20 million views, people. 12 million views. 500,000 subscribers. 6 million views. I mean, this is real popular stuff that a lot of people have questions on because they know they've been taught, ships sink from perspective when they go over the horizon, and they're looking at it with eye level with a video camera from their phone, and when the ship disappears they zoom in and the ship's still there. So they were taught in school, oh, it's the horizon, it goes under the horizon, it's the curve of the earth. Well, if that was true, you couldn't zoom in and see the ship is still there. So it's just your eyes, the way they're set up optically, has a perspective point, and when it reaches that, it appears to disappear. But the ship is still there. If we had a curved Earth or a spheroid or a globe, you wouldn't be able to zoom in and see it. Okay, now scientifically, the energy, the lasers, that's the best thing to me. So look up flat Earth with lasers, and you'll see all kinds of tests. All they're doing is finding flat areas, not seeing any curves. Also, another great one is the cockpit views of planes. So pilots are videotaping, 50, 70,000 feet in the air, panoramic views of the horizon. It's flat, like a plateau, the whole Earth. So everything we're being taught is wrong, and this could be completely explained if we're inside an illusion or a computer universe, a matrix. So the matrix, you're taught to believe you're on a globe, but all you are is energy running around code. So energy is true. That's why our memories and Mandela effects, we're remembering things, because our memories isn't, the illusion. The energy is real. So our memories and the things we're experiencing is our real reality. The illusion that they're being done in is being manipulated. So that's why all these changes are popping up, that people whose memories record various things, and it's not just, you're the only one. No, it's how everyone remembers things. Anybody who's religious remembers. There was dozens, if not hundreds, of Messiah verses. That's why you got millions of Jews in Israel. They're waiting for an Old Testament Messiah. Well, go find an Old Testament with Messiah in it. It doesn't exist anymore, with the exception I mentioned, King James, 2 verses. Cyrus isn't the Messiah. So who are they waiting for, was the Messiah? Hey, go look at the Quran. They used to be waiting for the return of Muhammad. Now they're waiting for, guess who? Isa. That's their Jesus. So Jesus is their prophet who's coming back. All these books have been manipulated, people. Go open your King James. Not one Messiah in the New Testament. Not one. So these events are real, people. Flat Earth is part of the awakening of humanity. to holographic principle or holographic universe theory, computer universe theory people. We're inside a computer. And these flat earth tests are verifying that the alleged globe that we're on, it's not a conspiracy, people. It's, you know, we're supposed to be on a globe. That's what most of the experiments showed. Oh, we're on a globe. Well, the cracks in the matrix are showing, and all of a sudden we're finding out we're in virtual reality. So it's not that you're on a flat earth. It's not that you're on a globe. It's your energy, your spirit, your consciousness is running around a computer. It's virtual. It's not real. It's fake. Okay, so that is what's really happening, people. And YouTube has some excellent images about it. If we go to scientific photos from NASA, that's another good thing you can look at. Start searching NASA images for, you know, the moon. A good one is Earth from Moon. Apollo 11 took some great images. So here's Apollo 11. First time we're on the moon. There's the moon, there's the Earth. See the flat disk with a dome over it? So right there is confirmation of most of the flat Earth theory that, hey, all the images we're taking is showing a disk. Okay, and there's a lot of reasons you could argue why the Earth shows like that, but the fact is that that's how the Earth is always looking from photos, from close Earth satellites. It's the same image. NASA admits all their full circle images are CGI. Now, since everyone's starting to get up in arms about this flat Earth movement, they sent out a deep space satellite. Now they're starting to try to take full images of Earth, but they look like cartoons. It still looks like CGI to me. And if you go in there, see, that's the NASA photo, the disk with the dome. Okay, so photographic evidence of flat Earth. The UN, they use the flat Earth map. Okay, wow. There you go, people. So it's right in front of your eyes that, you know, this is something that a lot of groups have been grappling with for years, and the bottom line is it's all connected to hologram principle, holographic principle, computer universe theory. So go to my site, read the article, the links below. I'll put in links to some of my other sites, and it's solidoni.com. Start researching, people. This stuff is out there. Use an open mind. Find out that your eyes might not be seeing reality. Okay, so you look for the cracks in the matrix, and they're there if you want to see them. Or you can be an ostrich, stick your head in the sand, and nothing goes on. Anyway, this is Adoni. Have a great day.